Well, ladies and gentlemen, it would seem Kevin Spacey is in a doghouse again. He's been charged with a lot of stuff, and obviously he's set to return to filmmaking again. He was actually they're trying to shop out a film that he's been in at the moment, and those producers are obviously backing him because they want to sell the film. So let's just take a look at this, because it's as funny as it is grotesque. Some of the charges are really pretty wrong, quite frankly. I mean, it's all wrong, isn't it? And you know, everything that's happened with this entire situation has been pretty baffling from start to finish. Like, people just, you know, mysteriously dying and things like this is pretty out there. So Kevin Spacey has been charged with sexual assault in the UK. The Crown Prosecution Service has authorised criminal charges against Kevin Spacey, 62, for 4 counts of assault against 3 men, sexual assault. I'm trying to curb my language a little bit so YouTube doesn't hate the video. They're going to anyway. But let's check this out again. So the UK's Crown Prosecution, or Britain's anyway, the public agency conducting criminal prosecutions in England and Wales, has authorised criminal charges against Kevin Spacey. So the CPS has authorised criminal charges against Kevin Spacey, 62, for 4 counts of sexual assault against 3 men, who are now in their 30s and 40s. Rosemary Ainsley, head of the CPS Special Crime Division, said in a statement Thursday afternoon. He has also been charged with causing a person to engage in penetrative sexual activity without consent. The charges follow a review of the evidence gathered by the London Metropolitan Police in its investigation. Now, this one here, look where I'm highlighting, again I can't say too much. This one you'd think would just be rape, wouldn't you? You think? Anyway, Spacey was appointed as the artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre in London's Lambeth neighbourhood in 2003 and held that role until 2015. And the CPS, the Metropolitan Police, said in statements on Thursday that offences allegedly took place in London and Gloucestershire between March 2005 and April 2013. So pretty grotesque. Now here we have, so sexual assault attracts a maximum 10-year sentence on indictment, according to the CPS website. Causing penetrative sexual activity without consent attracts a maximum sentence of life imprisonment, it adds. We don't have, I don't think in the UK, I don't think anyway, we have what is considered to be a proper life sentence. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain we don't, just as an FYI. The CPS reminded all concerned that criminal proceedings against Mr. Spacey are active and that he has the right to a fair trial. And it highlighted that its function is not to decide whether a person is guilty of a criminal offence, but to make fair, independent and objective assessments about whether it is appropriate to present charges for a criminal court to consider. So there's enough evidence. That's what they've thought, right? Because a lot of this stuff doesn't even, more often than not, doesn't even go to trial. So there must be enough evidence against him. Now the CPS assessment of any case is not in any sense a finding of or implication of any guilt or criminal conduct. It is not a finding of fact, which can only be made by a court. But there's enough evidence. So when the charges were announced on Thursday, Spacey was in Manhattan federal court for the civil case brought against him by actor Anthony Rapp, who is suing Spacey for assault, battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress. So this guy is he's got it around the houses. And you know what? Kevin Spacey is a fantastic actor. He was one of my favourites for a really long time. And this absolutely has soured my opinion of him, of course. Stop touching people's bums and pee-pees, Kevin. It's disgusting, mate. So British media reports also quoted that the CPS is saying that Spacey was not currently in England or Wales and that the charges couldn't formally be applied until he enters one of them, which he's probably not going to, obviously. Reports also noted that the CPS could not confirm or deny whether Spacey, as an American, would need to be extradited to the UK to face the charges, or if or when an extradition process could be made. I doubt that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure he's just not going to bother coming to the country. Spacey won Oscars, obviously. He's won a lot. Now, obviously, there's assault and misconduct allegations, which derailed his career in 2017. In November of that year, the Old Vic said it had received 20 separate allegations. 20 allegations of inappropriate conduct by Spacey covering the period of 1995 till 2013. I mean, this just prolific, if said allegations are true. Now, here's where we go to, you know, what we're speaking of at the start. He's now got a new film, right? So his first project since the claims came to light are 2 independent features that were being shopped at Cannes. So here we have it, right? The Peter 5/8 producers. So they've come out and spoken about him. So, the actor's return to work has been overshadowed by the UK police confirming they've charged Spacey. But again, they can't do anything. But it says, we charged Spacey for charges of sexual assault on 3 men in the UK between 2005 and 2013, plus a 5th offence of causing a man to engage in penetrative sexual activity without consent. Producers of VMI worldwide have continued their efforts to sell the film at Cannes. So they're still going. And he says this, while it's unfortunate that increased negative press is timed with Kevin returning to work, it's also to be expected. There are those who wish for him not to act, but they are outnumbered by fans worldwide, who await an artist they have enjoyed for decades returning to the screen. I mean, he's literally studio kryptonite at this point in time. Behave. It's not going to happen, is it? The production has no knowledge or comment on the various swirling allegations and believe it's a matter for the courts to determine validity, if it exists. Peter 5/8 is a film for fans who care more for the art than the scandal. Yeah, well, I bet it is. Basically saying, look, just please forget about this. Please sell this. Please watch our film. Please buy our film. And I get it, because they've obviously worked really hard on it, but they should have got someone else. Spacey has been out of the public eye since 2017. Well, he hasn't, because he ended up doing these weird little Christmas messages, which were really weird and creepy and just, yeah, a bit weird. They were a bit odd. Not going to lie, they were a bit odd. So there you have it. I mean, there's not an awful lot else to go into here. I mean, he's been charged. There's enough evidence. It doesn't mean he's guilty. It also doesn't mean anything's going to happen, because he could just not come to the UK. I doubt they're going to extradite him. They might do, but they... I don't know. It's intriguing stuff. I didn't think we would have more Kevin Spacey drama in my lifetime. I thought we'd had enough of it to last a lifetime. But it's still going. So what do you think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Cheers, guys. Have a great weekend. Take care.